Once again, we're in another place where the Bible just absolutely comes alive, and this is one of our favorite places to come. This is what we call the Sea of Galilee, but actually, technically, it's the Lake Kinneret.
That's right. Well, you have a couple of versions for the name. The name at the Old Testament is Kinneret, which comes from Hebrew, from the shape of a harp.
Okay.
Maybe because one can actually see the whole Sea of Galilee from one place, and it looks like a prolonged oval shape.
Okay.
In the New Testament, it is referred to both as Lake Tiberias and the Sea of Galilee. But it's a lake. It's a drinking water, freshwater lake. You know, today, 1/3 of the water consumption of the Israelis come from here, from this sea. Portions of the water coming to this sea goes to Jordan, and by that sustain the peace treaty between Israel and Jordan. This is how vital it is.
Yeah.
Going through the pages of the New Testament without being over here, tasting the St. Peter fish, seeing how cool and quiet the Sea of Galilee is, and the breeze and the shifting of weather, and how it is lush and green during the winter and fall, and how it is yellow. Without seeing that, without experiencing that, it's like reading Don Quixote in the English version without knowing Spanish.
Back in Jesus' day, this would have been a very, very important place because of the water, the fishing, economically, politically, militarily. This really was a very important location.
Well, the people that Jesus meets, the tax collectors, the fishermen, the poor peasants or the farmers or the agricultures, they are all over here with the reason why they're here. The reason that he leaves Nazareth, a far, remote village of, we could have kind of like got the idea that not the most intelligent Jewish people would live over there. And he goes to where? To a place in which he would find the audience that he tries to preach and to transfer or to project the ministry towards. And on the other side, a place that would be bustling with people.
Right.
That would be the Sea of Galilee.
Yeah.
That's a magnet, a focus of life over here.
This area was controlled by the Romans, mainly based out of Tiberias, but still this was a very Jewish area.
Absolutely. When we talk about, Tiberias was established in the honor of Caesar Tiberius. It is established probably in the year 15 or 1880. And the first time we come across the elder life of Jesus would be the 15th year of Tiberius. John the Baptist was baptized.
Right.
So we're talking about around 15 years that the city of Tiberias is over there. But the city of Tiberias is the city of the Sadducees and the Sadducees with cemeteries controlled by the Romans. This is a mixed city. This is absolutely not the place that Jesus is going to go.
Not Jesus' crowd.
That's right. Not Jesus' cup of tea.
Yeah. Now, this is really way, way below sea level.
Well, if you are, coming over here, let's say 200,000 years ago, you would have to bring your scuba gear with you, your snorkel. Now, the water level had descended, and the surface of the Sea of Galilee is just a little under 600 feet below sea level. So yes, you are underneath sea level in the lowest drinking water lake in the world.
Now, when Christ would go from Galilee to Jerusalem, it would have been a very difficult walk.
For Christ, it wouldn't be so difficult. But for everybody else, it would be. It means that you go for 3 days at least. You carry your bundles with you. What about the, burgers? What about mugs? How can you take your gold with you? You have to buy something else to trade with when you get to Jerusalem. That's why in Jerusalem, people came from all over, and you had to have the money changers. You don't have the money changers because people wouldn't bring their money. They would either bring their own money, but they wouldn't change it back home because that would be a hot stolen or hot goods to be stolen.
It seems like Christ's ministry was primarily here on the north end of the lake and not on the south end. Is there a reason why?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that, and again, this one is open for interpretation. I would say it comes from the other way around. The very ground that would give birth to the New Testament could not have been born anywhere else but in the Galilee. When we will be in Jerusalem, when you will come to Israel and you tour Jerusalem, you'd see the cliffs, you'd see the barren rocks, the barren hills. If you want to get a sip of water, one has to climb all the way down with his donkey, carry it, pull it on, put it back up, and Over here, take a look. We're in
Yeah.
the Sea of Galilee. It looks like a painter came over
Right.
here with a brush and painted everything. So how can one be surprised
Yeah.
if Jesus is saying, take whatever you need, but for now, because God will provide. Because over here, going to the water, it's not a biggie. You know, how can we understand when Jesus is saying, if somebody slaps you in the face, give them the other cheek?
Yeah.
Very, very different than the tribes and the prophets and the priests of Judea that come with a very aggressive,
Right.
very hard, not compromising message.
Uh-huh.
Because in Jerusalem,
Right.
if you don't have this path that will take you towards the water, you don't have water. That's
Yeah.
it, you're done. Over here, you would go a couple of feet that way and
Yeah.
you would be provided.
Many of the stories of Christ out on the Sea of Galilee with the disciples involve storms. It's very peaceful today. How did they have storms?
Absolutely. The answer is just silent and pause. When you come over here to the Sea of Galilee, I can bet that there will not be a storm, okay? So if you stand over here and you see how quiet it is, this is the perspective in which one should see the storm that happened. Because the storm was the divine providence, not the coming down of the storm. The very storm that happened was the divine providence.
That's amazing. Well, thanks for sharing with us about the Sea of Galilee. What an amazing story and what an amazing place.